I never really believed in sleep paralysis demons until it happened to me. I always thought those stories were exaggerations or hallucinations until I met mine. And now, every time I close my eyes, I pray I don't see him again. I'm 26 years old. I live alone in a small apartment on the third floor of a quiet complex outside Pittsburgh. I work nights at a dispatch center, so my schedule is flipped. Most people are just waking up when I'm coming home. I sleep during the day, and most of the time, it's peaceful. Until about 2 months ago. It started after I caught a fever, nothing major, just flu symptoms. But the exhaustion that followed felt heavy, like something more than just being sick. Every time I tried to nap, I felt this intense weight on my chest. Not pain, just pressure. I chalked it up to stress, lack of sleep, or maybe the flu lingering in my system. But that wasn't it. The first time it happened, I was lying on my back, staring at the ceiling fan. I remember checking the clock, 1:47 p.m. I closed my eyes, and almost immediately I felt myself sink into that weird state between sleep and wakefulness. I was conscious. I knew I was in my bed, but I couldn't move. And then, I felt it. The pressure started at my legs, like someone was sitting on them. I tried to move, to even twitch a toe, but nothing. My arms were pinned, my jaw frozen. Then I heard breathing. It wasn't mine. It was raspy, shallow, like an old man gasping for air. And that's when I saw it. There was something at the foot of my bed, a figure, blacker than the shadows around it. It had no face, no features, just the shape of a man, tall, crooked. Its head was tilted at an unnatural angle, like it was studying me. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. My lungs wouldn't respond. And then it moved. It didn't walk. It glided slowly toward me, closer and closer, until it hovered just above my face. I could feel it. Not physically, but spiritually, like my very soul was being crushed. And then, just like that, it vanished. I snapped awake, gasping, covered in sweat. The clock still read 1:47 p.m. I thought it was a dream, but that was just the beginning. Over the next 3 weeks, it kept happening. Always when I was on my back, always when I was somewhere between dreaming and waking. Always the same figure, the crooked shadow with no face, just standing, watching. But it started getting bolder. Sometimes I'd feel its breath against my cheek. Other times it would whisper, in a language I didn't recognize, harsh, guttural words, like Latin, but wrong. I started sleeping with the lights on, avoiding naps, drinking coffee until I passed out from exhaustion, but even that didn't help. One night, well, afternoon for me, I stayed awake for 38 hours straight. I finally passed out at my desk, and that's when it showed me its face. It was the worst episode I've ever had. I woke up, but I was still sitting in my chair. At least, that's what it felt like. The room around me was pitch black. Not just dim, but pure, suffocating blackness. I could see nothing, but I felt something. It was standing right behind me. I could feel the heat of its breath. Then, slowly, it leaned forward, and I saw its face in the window reflection. I can't describe it properly. It wasn't a skull, but it wasn't a person either. It was this rotted, twisted, burning thing. Its mouth stretched way too wide, like its jaw was broken. Its eyes were pits, just empty holes. But somehow, I knew it was looking at me, and it smiled. Not because it was happy, but because it knew it had me. I woke up screaming, knocked my chair over. My desk lamp was broken. I didn't sleep for 4 more days after that. I started researching sleep paralysis, joined forums, spoke to people. They all said the same thing. It's just your brain waking up before your body. It's all psychological, but I knew this was more. It wasn't just a dream. I had bruises. I started seeing it in the corner of my vision, even when I was awake. Once, while brushing my teeth, I saw it in the mirror, just standing in the hallway behind me, gone in a blink. Another time, My neighbor knocked on my door, pale and shaken. He said he heard screaming from my apartment the night before. The strange part? I hadn't been home. I was at work. So who or what was screaming? I brought in a priest. He wasn't very helpful, said my place didn't have any signs of spiritual infestation. I burned sage, didn't work. I moved my bed, slept sitting up, didn't work. Finally, I set up a camera. The footage was mostly static. Nothing unusual until 2:03 a.m. That's when the audio cut out. For 37 seconds, the screen went black, and when it returned, I was lying in bed, but not how I fell asleep. I was staring directly at the camera. My eyes were wide open, and there was something crouched on my chest. You could barely make it out, just a blur. But its eyes glowed in the darkness. 3 nights later, it came for me. It started like the others, sleep paralysis, darkness, stillness, the figure at the edge of the bed. But this time, it spoke, not just whispers. It spoke to me, in English. You see me now. You belong to me. I felt my heart stop, literally. For a second, I was gone. In that moment, I saw something else. Not my room, not this world, but a place of endless screaming. A pit, filled with shapes like him, all watching, all waiting. And then, I came back. I jolted awake, my nose bleeding, my fingers bent backwards like I'd been clutching at something too hard. That was the last time I saw him, at least in full. I don't sleep much anymore, maybe 2 or 3 hours at a time. I moved, got a new job, started therapy, but it still follows me. Sometimes I hear the whispers again, just under the surface of a dream. Other times I wake up and I can't move, and I know he's nearby, watching, waiting. I've met others online, people who've seen him. Not a demon, the demon. They say once you meet him, he never really leaves. He just waits for the right moment. And now, I wait too, wondering when the next time will be, because it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And if you've seen him, you already know. Some nightmares don't end when you wake up. Some follow you into the daylight, and some live inside your own mind. Sleep tight if you can.